Throughout this hour, we have been talking about the tough talk coming out of Beijing and the impact that might have on geopolitics in the coming months and indeed years. In this region, and I'm here, of course, in the Gulf and wider Middle East, the relationship with the West, particularly the US, has in the past been an oil for security paradigm. But here in the UAE, that position is shifting dramatically. In 2019, the Gulf nation set up Edge, an advanced technology group that consolidated more than 20 entities into one in an attempt to create a defense contractor that could rival the world's biggest. 4 years later, the company has signed in 2023 more than $5 billion worth of contracts. That includes autonomous vehicles, ships, cybersecurity. The country, the UAE, predicted to spend nearly $130 billion on defence over the next 5 years. And a lot of that will go to Edge contracts. The question is this: how much, for example, will go to Russia and China, technology competitors, of course, of the United States, the United Kingdom and Europe, the traditional partners of the UAE in this area? Well, I sat down with Faisal Al Bannai, the chairman of Edge, and I asked him just that.
As Edge, we have not invested today in a Russian or a Chinese company. 80% of our strategy is really to accelerate building our organic growth, where we fully own the technology, we fully own the building blocks. Our international acquisition has been very selective. So we've not done a lot of international acquisitions, but we're trying to target more small to medium companies that can accelerate certain areas. So Mirrem, a company out of Estonia, they focus on autonomous platforms, unmanned ground vehicles. We do unmanned ground vehicles. By acquiring them, we're suddenly in 15 clients. We're accelerating our growth over there.
What does the UAE defence sector need most of at present? Where's the focus?
Although we as a group cater for everything from basic weapons to shipbuilding to multiple products, our key focus has been we are building autonomous platform, and we are doubling down and tripling down on autonomous platform, whether air, land, or sea. So that's one area of focus. The second area of focus is electronic warfare. Everything is digital, which means electronic warfare plays a major role in future warfares. And last is smart weapons. As you could see today in different warfares that are happening globally, the need for more precise weapons, for less collateral damage is more and more important.
How do you compete with the established defence markets? I'm talking about the US, UK, France, for example, which would have been the traditional suppliers of defence equipment here.
In one way, there are large companies with a long heritage, with a lot of capabilities. So, I mean, you definitely can't undermine that capability. But on the other side, there have been many incumbents that are dinosaurs. They're really slow, they are bureaucratic, they're not efficient. So our card to fame or our growth that we're having is we are developing at a much more efficient scale. We are developing it at much faster scale. We are being very pragmatic in what building blocks go into our technologies. And that's what's allowing us to launch products much faster than others at a much more economical price to the market, which means, if I use a good example, we just launched in IDEX a UAV, a tactical UAV.
An armed drone.
An armed drone. We announced this drone air show a year, 3 months ago in Dubai Air Show. And it was purely a mock-up plastic dummy that was on stand. And we said, we're developing this drone. We just started a few months ago, and we will be in the market soon. And everyone said, yeah, okay, 5 years, 6 years, it takes time. The plane is going in production next year. And where the shocking factor is, it will compete with the best product in its category, spec-wise. It was developed in probably a quarter of the time. And currently, although this is not a commercial discussion, the market today sells such products between $3.5 to $5 million. We announced selling it for $1.1 million.
This competes with a Turkish drone?
This competes
a Chinese drone?
Every drone in the market. Every player, we're willing to go head-to-head, spec, price, and performance.
How would you describe the defence sector worldwide at present? China just announcing that 7% of its GDP will be going towards defence. That's a significant number. I mean, it's significantly more than the US at present.
There's definitely more spending happening in the defense sector. Their weapons need to be more cost effective because wars are expensive. Defending your country is an expensive exercise at the end of the day, which means getting solutions rapidly, getting solutions that are cost effective, getting solutions that are smart to reduce collateral damage that can really pinpoint the target that you need is a big area of focus for many countries in this regard.
Traditionally, the relationship with the West, particularly with that of the US, has been an oil for security paradigm. That paradigm has shifted significantly. We can see that happening. Is the sense from here that this is a business that's been established for all of the reasons that you have just described, but that this domestic defense industry will get to the point at which it doesn't need to look elsewhere or to its traditional partners?
I think there are very few countries around the world that can become fully independent in defense. These are probably 2 countries or 3 countries around the world that really have that type of an ecosystem. I think the objective here is, with the creation of a company like Edge and maybe other companies down the line, is at least in core solutions that are there to defend the country, we need to make sure a large percentage of that is coming from a sovereign capability. It doesn't mean we won't buy solutions from outside. Of course we'll buy. We can't build everything in that regard. But at least core technologies, core capabilities that are important to defend this country is important to have it here and important to maintain control on these solutions in this regard so that you can ride the tide up or down.